Welcome to Awaken Daily with Lucida of Twin Flame RX and Lucid Tarot, here to bring you a reading for the upcoming week from now until Sunday. I believe Sunday is the 12th. So from the 6th to 12th of April 2020, this is a general reading. Take only the parts that resonate, leaving the rest behind. You can find me for private sessions on my website, twinflamerx.com. Check the description box below for other ways to get in touch with me. We're going to start shuffling the cards now. I usually do for these weekly readings a 3-card past, present, and future for the Divine Feminine, the Masculine, and then the Union. And that's what we're doing today. So we'll start off with the Divine Feminine's energy just to get a feel or a baseline to see if the reading about the Divine Masculine will resonate, because most of the viewers are Divine Feminines that watch, but not all are. Again, take it as it resonates, because with this pandemic, we've been getting a lot more people watching the videos. I welcome your participation, so don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Also hit the bell icon and click on all so that you get all of the uploads that should be out almost on a daily basis. In the last few days, I've been feeling a little tired and sleeping more, so I didn't, there was a couple times where I didn't post a daily video, but I am set to do more. I'm going to shuffle one more time, asking Divine Source to give us that energy for the Divine Feminine for the upcoming week and the past, present as well. So we have the Divine Feminine energy here. These are the Thoth tarot. So a new deck, I'll put that in the description box, but we've got success, and this looks like the 6 of coins in the recent past for the Divine Feminine. So feeling that they were successful probably before this pandemic and even stable during it. So financially stable, resourceful, not really worried. Presently, the Divine Feminine is in this energy. It says works, the 3 of Pentacles. So still feeling that, they have what it takes to create, to reach something positive with the Divine Masculine. With the 3, we kind of show, or this could be taken to be the Divine Masculine, Feminine, and their 3rd energy that they create. Even when you're not in physical union, the Divine Feminine can still take some energy from the union and use that to create beautiful, positive imagery of the future, so positive visualizations of the future. Because remember, thoughts become things, and before you can have something, you definitely need to visualize it. If it's your dream come true, when you visualize your successes, they are more likely to happen than if you're just worrying about failures. So, still use your creative energy even in isolation to manifest. So in the future, what we have here for the Divine Feminine is the Queen of Discs. So very good energy, even in isolation, even in quarantine, even during a pandemic. The Divine Feminine is using his or her creative energy in a positive way to be a leader, to show others how to do it, basically. And the Divine Masculine is definitely watching, so that's very good energy. Divine Feminine, and I have a self-care card for the Divine Feminine for the upcoming week. It's about tenderness. So it says, speak gently to yourself, cherish the child within. So Divine Feminine, your suggested self-care for the week is to treat your childish, insights carefully. Allow yourself to go into child mode at times, remembering your childhood, but also allowing yourself to experience the joy of awe and wonder. So to get excited about things, to be inspired by things, not to go into bitterness and frustration. So if you are the Divine Masculine, you might just be so busy with your hobbies and your mission that you are going to be able to cherish that child within by being true to your authentic self this week. So just remember that if you ever feel that you're not, maybe you get into a crying spell and you feel like you're acting childish. Well, be tender with yourself, because that's just part of being human, actually. And maybe you feel that way about yourself now as an adult because when you were a child, you were yelled at or reprimanded when you did cry. So it's okay to cry. It's okay to let out emotions in this strange, virus pandemic. Be compassionate with yourself most of all. Okay, so that's why tenderness came up for the Divine Feminine. We're going to shuffle now, and I'm going to move over to the Divine Masculine side a little bit now. And as we shuffle, we're asking for Divine Source to show us the energy of the recent past, the present, and the future of this upcoming week for the Divine Masculine twin, so that we can understand them better. I'm not a Divine Masculine. All feminine twins, though, have masculine energy within them, so we can understand ourselves better throughout this reading as well. Okay, so in the recent past, we have this, it says completion. This is the Four of Wands. Wow, so that's the union type of energy. So the Divine Masculine may have been feeling that they were strong and stable enough and passionate enough to be in the energy of wanting a union with their beloved. And then we have this Eight of Swords, present interference energy. Oh boy, so this looks like this is karmic energy with the 8, and it also looks like they are going to be pretty busy this week battling somebody or some force or something, some karmic situation. So definitely send the Divine Masculine love and light. If you are the Divine Masculine, knowing this, you can better prepare yourself. Once you know who you are, like soul-wise, your authentic self is going to guide you if you allow it. And this battle, though it may be, a lot of it is mental. Some of it you might have to make some statements to people, but doing that, you're going to become stronger. So just follow your intuition if you're the Divine Masculine watching. And if you're the feminine, you can pray that the Divine Masculine uses their intuition, but you can also meditate as well and visualize success for them, what it would look like. Visualize them being free and happy alone without you, and see how you feel about that, because if you're whole and healed in yourself, Divine Feminine, picturing that should make you happy. So I hope that doesn't upset anyone or turn anyone off, and maybe you have to rewind this and listen to what I just said to fully understand and grasp what it means. Now, in the near future for the Divine Masculine, there may be some Seven of Cups energy going on. So they may partake in some drinking, and it says debauchery, but this doesn't mean that they're definitely with other people. It's just they are going to possibly need to calm themselves and self-soothe, and they may be this week indulging because maybe they do have to stand up for themselves, but the way they comfort themselves, could be drinking, drugs, things that, they're not necessarily proud of, like overeating and things like that. Let me just pull another for what the outcome will be once this, because I feel it to be some type of battle for the Divine Masculines this week without the feminine. So it's just what the outcome is going to be is the Chariot, so them moving forward fearlessly then. So they may have a pretty hard week. There's a lot going on in the world that, if you're not talking to your twin, you don't know how they're perceiving the news. If you don't watch the news that much, that's probably a good thing, because then you're not really tuned into everything, which is an illusion. But I try to watch the news a little to be able to discern what is really going on. And so some Divine Masculines may be just waking up to what's going on in the world, let alone, what's going on in your connection. So give them a break this week. I feel like they're going to have a harder week Their self-care card is, wow, it's about clearing. So that definitely makes sense that they're going to have a really hard week. I did see this card, but I forgot about what it said because I had a big nap in between. Because I've been clearing with that 4/4 portal. A lot of us went through it, and there's a big transformation, and many divine masculines, are still in the portal energy of clearing. Okay, so what this self-care is clear the clutter. When in doubt, throw it out. So a lot of divine masculines are figuring out what it is exactly this week that they need to walk away from. They're seeing the illusions in the world, that they thought, oh, I have to ignore the divine feminine because I have this awesome job, or I'm doing this and that, and I have all these great friends. But when nobody has anything and when we're in social isolation, who's really there? And that's what the divine masculine is figuring out, who the true people in their life are, what's really going on outside, that, their job and their status isn't really that important, depending on certain circumstances, like the ones we're in now. What does it matter if you had a business, if we can't open it back up? Which I believe we are going to open back up, and we're going to have things be even better, but we're going to definitely be going through a tougher week. So if divine feminine, you are at peace, send the peaceful energy to your divine masculine, because they're not at peace right now. So everything's like a teeter-totter in the divine connection, where when you feel good, they don't. Well, that's kind of what's going on this week. All right, we're going to have two more, or I'm actually going to, that was a little unnerving for me, but now I'm going to do the union energy, and then we actually have a couple more cards after that. So how are the two twins moving toward each other? What is their energy of togetherness like? How do they feel about each other? What are they mirroring back to each other? Past, present, and future. So maybe last week is the past, present is today, and future is what's happening in this upcoming week. All right, one more. Well, no more. I'm just following spirit. Okay, so in the recent past, we have cruelty, 9 of Swords, dripping with blood here. Yeah, so between twins, there was a lot of cruelty, but guess what? It was your shadow side popping up, in a lot of cases. Your own shadow is upsetting you, not really your twin. Same with them. Presently, the energy is more Queen of Wands, where there is this definitely a progression where that mental energy is being rejuvenated. So whatever mental pain you were in because of your twin recently, now you're learning how to not be in mental pain anymore, because the Queen of Wands is pretty good at using words to project the mental pain onto others, I would say. And then we have science coming up in the 6 of Swords here in the future of this week. Yeah, so this is the pandemic. This is something that's affecting twins, because maybe you can't be together. Your twin might be more on the negative, glass half empty side of things, where they're watching the news reports and believing everything that's on TV, etc. So they don't have as much spiritual faith and trust in things as you. But I'm going to look at another card like I did for the divine masculine. Where's this headed overall for both twins? And I'm just pulling out a card. And we have the Lovers. So again, this is not going to be the easiest week, probably. You may not hear from your twin. If you don't, send them positive, peaceful energy, because it's going to be a hard week for the world. I've been getting a lot of different messages. It's going to be a hard week, but in the next few weeks after that, we're going to be seeing some beautiful April energy, which is always about union, right? The 4 is stability, and the 11. All right, so we have a Lover's Oracle card. So here's a message from your beloved's higher self to you. It says embrace, and then look at the picture. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. So you may be puzzled this upcoming week, but you will find the answers soon. So just have faith, stay courageous and positive. And I'm going to send you some Reiki healing at the end. I am going to read 2 more cards. We have an Archangel Michael message at the end. But first we have Kuan Yin, the archetype for the Divine Feminine, Amaryllis Lute. You are growing fast and leaving fear behind. When your vibration changes, so too does your life. It is safe and loving for you to release that which no longer feels right for you. No matter how important it was in your old life, it might not have the same place in your new life. Accept healing change now. So it's time to accept that we're going into the 5th dimension. So raise your vibration, because all this is tying in with the virus and astrology and just everything that's happening with the government and the world. So please just have faith and trust that we're ascending. Keep your vibration high, because that also keeps your immunity high and keeps you from getting sick, because we don't want to get sick when we go into the 5D, right? Many people have been over time because of, radiation and ascension symptoms in the last however many years you've been alive. But anyway, what I'm saying is keep your vibration high. And Archangel Michael's message, lastly, is your children are watched over by angels. So I believe this means all the children of the world. Some of you might realize that there's some big things going on with children. There were many, many, many bad news reports about children, especially around Colorado over the last year. Many children, the public had been focused on, like the Vallow Daybell case in children. And we have Gannon Stauch. We have the murder of unborn plus 2 kids and a wife in Colorado. There's a reason for all that we are focused, like the news is focused on children, but there's some other things going on with children that you're going to find out about over the next week. But I just want you to know that it's positive. Your children are protected. Archangel Michael wants you to know. And while I'm reading this, I'll be sending you some Reiki healing energy for you, your beloved, your twin flame union, the children that you will create in the future with your twin flame, and children that are around you now. So all children spirits. Dear guardian angels of our children, born and unborn, thank you for watching over them and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide us so that we know, whoever's watching, knows the best ways to be good parents and role models for our own and other people's children. So twin flames, I want you to know that this upcoming week is going to be very important for us twins. Whatever you can do to spread love and light, even if you are distant from your beloved and other loved ones, you could still send your loving energy to them. And I'm sending you out some Reiki healing for this upcoming week. I will be awakening with you every day, so hit that bell icon and I will have an upload for you every day this upcoming week. Many blessings. Thank you again for watching. Namaste.